right, my folks. My folks?
My folks.
My parents
Sure.
are watching or listening. Welcome to the podcast. All right, my friends. Welcome to episode 399 of Prof and Dev Play Games. Yes, 399. He is the dev. I am the professor, Larry. He's Anthony. Before we get to the professor is Nostradamus for predicting that there would be a direct. We're going to talk about the direct. We're going to talk about the Sony State of Play. But beforehand, Isabel is taken. Everybody in the Last Light Inn is fucking dead, except for Jahira and my shit sideways last night so hard and so quickly. I had no idea what the fuck was happening. And I text you guys and I say, is there any way to save Isabel from getting taken? And Travis, at least, and you eventually, I think Travis first was like, is there any way that she gets taken? And I was like, yeah, she's fucking done. She's gone. It took like maybe 20 seconds for her to be knocked out and be taken.
Yep.
It was fucking wild.
Yeah.
And you told me that this happened to you and you kind of reloaded the save because you knew all the fucking NPCs in the place were important.
I finished the battle through the Last Light In. I finished it and was to say it. And I was like, at a point of being, do I want to continue this or not? And I didn't really want to continue it with all those people dead.
My God, they're all dead. Every single one of them.
I was like, no. This is not the playthrough I want. Although it's very interesting that you can do it, and I'm very curious how it ripples out. Because boy, is it gonna ripple out.
Well, how short is Act 2 gonna be? If all of those people are quest givers in some way or another, or a lot of them are.
They're like side. I don't think it's gonna be any shorter, really.
Oh, okay, interesting.
The quest givers that you're not gonna have some quests that you're doing, but you're still gonna have to explore. Yeah. I guess you don't like any of the acts. You don't have to explore, but I assume you're going to explore some. And I still feel like the main quest is gonna still, with some variation, is still gonna send you around to some of the same major places, and some of those are a majority of the act, like big long things. So,
and in case it's not clear, we're still talking about Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes, that will still happen.
I walked around afterwards and I was like, whoa, who is dead? Oh, Alfira's dead. Oh, this counselor's dead. Everybody's fucking the art dude I was supposed to like fucking find information about and wake up. He's fucking dead.
Yeah. So Halson is never going to join your party.
Oh, did I just fuck me ever have anything to do with Halson?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's done.
Is he leaving or will he leave at the end of the act?
End of the act. He just won't join you. Because he doesn't join you. I remember when he straight up joins you where you can use him as a party member. Because I didn't get him as a party member the first time.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Because I didn't do that quest. I missed it.
It's weird that he's hanging around the camp for so long and not doing anything, just kind of hanging out. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But no, I don't think there'll be a single way there. I question if you'll even be able to get Jahira as a party member anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, she just went to my camp, but yeah, that's different than joining my party, I assume.
I don't know how that's going to play out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a smith for Karlak anymore.
Was that a person or was that an animal there?
No, it was an NPC. It was
okay.
Smith.
The guy from the Grove, I assume, right?
Damon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn. Well,
I don't know if that blocks Karlak's progression, but there's definitely story beats you're gonna miss. There.
Well, that's okay because I wanted to play later as Karlak, so I've like a whole new playthrough where I play as her, so I think that's probably okay.
But yes, I'm trying to think of anything else that would be. I don't know what else is gonna change, but
man.
Yeah,
because you haven't done this.
No, I never played past where you're at. I just saw who was dead and who I was having to kill during that battle. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
What has happened? This doesn't seem like a minor thing. She has been taken. part of the plot. Yeah. I'm like, oh, this seems like drastically changing the plot. Oh no. Which is great. I love the game for it. But
I mean, it's going to be wild. It's going to be like very different than your experience, which is kind of cool. I'm sticking with it. I am committed to it, even though it felt.
I know those characters aren't going to be in Act 3.
Yeah, no, they're all dead. I don't know, it just felt so real. Like I was surprised when they fucking showed up, and I feel like my characters would be too, and we're like, try our best of what the fuck is happening. I barely don't even know Isabel. I don't know most of these people, and all of a sudden it just went to shit.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
How did mine go? Like the mine went really weird, and one of the reasons I felt fine rolling back because it was so AI dependent.
Yes,
I didn't do anything. Really, my initiative was lower. Jakira did an ice storm on the balcony area from down below and put sleet of ice on the ground. Isabel went next, fell on the ice. And then everyone just crit her and she's gone before I did anything. And I was like, I was basically like, yeah, no, I don't feel so bad rolling this one back because I didn't do a damn thing. I just watched this all happen.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yes, I was like, god damn it, Chihira, not the place for the goddamn ice. But Isabel failed her save, fell to the ground, and then it was the Marcus winged dude. Yeah,
Marcus.
It's just crit her with I think he can do smites. I think he's a paladin. He just did a lot of damage real fast. And I'm like,
yeah, he did a lot of damage. He had a lot of health, and then he had like extra health on top of that, and it was just like it just didn't work. I didn't get what I needed to get on him. I didn't really know what the fuck was happening, so I also focused fire on some of the other people, which in retrospect was probably a bad idea.
But yeah, that was something. So, oh boy,
where are you at in Baldur's Gate right now? Your new playthrough.
I'm in Act 3.
Okay.
Well, into Act 3, I'm probably will finish this run sometime this week. Is my expectation.
Oh, nice. Just in time for Phantom Liberty, or what are you moving on to?
I don't know. Maybe. So there's some hype for it.
Yeah, people are even saying.
Playing more Baldur's Gate again.
Oh my god, there was someone. Oh no, I was with my friend Tom, who was on the podcast for Tears of the Kingdom. We went to Zelda concert last night, like a candlelight Zelda concert. It was like 4 string players and a ton of candlelights.
Okay.
It was great. It was really good. It was a really good concert. But what was I going to tell you? What did you say that brought me onto this story?
The third playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3?
Oh, yeah. He said he read a webcomic where there was a 4-panel thing, and maybe you've seen it, but it was like person at work. I'm thinking about playing Baldur's Gate 3. And then they're like at a restaurant eating. I'm thinking about playing Baldur's Gate 3. The next one's like home with their kid. I'm thinking about playing Baldur's Gate 3. And the 4th panel is them playing Baldur's Gate 3, where they say, I'm thinking about playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Your playthrough as you're playing in the moment.
I have. Mm-hmm. There's definitely another play. I'm like, but I want to try this. I want to try getting Minthara. I want to do a like that.
Evil, yeah.
Kind of evil. I want to try doing it not in the like pure evil way. I know that I can, but I want to try to do a party of Minthara, Will, and potentially Astarion or Karlach, depending on. I might have to respec one of them, but I kind of want to use those party members because I've never really used them.
You used Astarion though in your first playthrough.
My first playthrough. I just need a rogue. I need to be able to lockpick. I feel completely lost in this game if I can't lockpick something or disarm a trap.
I've played most of it without a rogue. And I'm still able to unlock stuff for the most part, and traps and things like that too. So,
all right.
I don't know. It's just dexterity. I think it's because I have that ring or whatever that makes my dexterity 17.
Oh, that would help somewhat.
It helps somewhat. I don't win them all, but I win enough that I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I know my next playthrough.
You're not opening those doors that are like 20.
No, definitely not. That one door that was 30, not a chance.
I am lockpicking those bitches right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Once I get, no, I will not be doing that. Which is fine because I'm gonna play another playthrough because obviously I fucked everything up in Act 2, and I would like to play a game where I don't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where it goes because I have like real motivation now to go to that fucking tower and blow it the fucking like the smithereens. You know.
True.
Like, all right, Gail, I'm gonna put you at the base of that tower, and you're gonna blow the whole fucking thing up. And then I'll need someone to replace Gail.
Yeah.
That is currently my plan.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
I'll be curious.
Yeah.
I don't know where you would be for Gale on doing that.
What did you say it again?
I don't know where Gale needs to be for that to do its thing. I don't know if it's just at the tower or.
Oh yeah, I have it as on my wheel to do it whenever.
I know. I just don't want to. I wonder if you can just be in the tower and do it.
That's what I'm wondering. Can I get into the base of the tower and just blow it, and then everything collapses down and everyone's dead, or have to be more surgical than that?
Yeah, I don't know. When I did my experiment, I didn't do it until there was a conversation point where it's like, hey, we're going into this this final thing. Hey, Gale, you should use your orb. And he did it, but I'm like, I do remember it on the bar as well, and I'm like, could you just walk into the tower and do it?
I'm gonna try it because I can just reload the save if it didn't do that when you needed to do. You know, but yeah, I'm like, I guess I assume I need to have him go alone, right? I don't want to blow up my whole party. So
True.
I don't know how that's gonna work. We'll see. But I'm ready to fucking kill a lot of people because I just killed a lot of people I didn't want to kill. Oh man,
that's true. That is true.
Well, at least the game's smart enough to have Isabel give you the whatever it is to make you immune to the shadow damage
before
any of that shit happens. Oh. So yeah, good game. Baldur's Gate 3 still amazing. But we do have a bunch of other shit to talk about tonight for the first time in like a month and a half, and that is the Nintendo Direct that happened, which had a ton of shit. And then the PlayStation State of Play. So we'll talk about the Nintendo Direct first. I want to get your general impressions before we dig into like specifics. Like, how did it land for you?
It landed pretty strong. There's definitely stuff in there that excited me overall. I think some people might be more excited for maybe you like the 1,000-Year Door kind of stuff at the end there. I don't really care. I don't have much nostalgia or care for that game. Thought it was fine. I remember playing it in college and being like, yeah, it's fine. Not mostly because I think that was the one people were like, oh yeah, this is like the continuation of Mario RPG, and I'm like, bullshit, this isn't Mario RPG. What are you talking about?
That's funny.
That's the thing with the Paper Marios. I think N64 Paper Mario was also said like, hey, if you like Super Mario RPG, this is the kind of the continuation of that. And I'm like, the Paper Mario series is not the continuation of Mario RPG series. Sorry.
It is in that PlayStation or whatever. Square was like, bye, I'm going to PlayStation, and Nintendo's like, fuck, we gotta do our own thing. So it ended up becoming that, but it's definitely not the continuation of it.
Yeah.
It was, we got to do something RPG-ish. So what are we going to do instead? We'll do this paper thing.
Yeah. And they've even diverted more and more from the RPG.
Absolutely.
But
they even spun out the Mario and Luigi stuff to do, another branch of that fucking thing.
Yeah. But overall, trying to think of this stuff. There was definitely things in here I was like, okay, I'm here for this. It was all, they said this. It was all stuff coming pretty late. It's all next year for the most part.
Yeah, because they had said this will be stuff coming up in winter, and then it's like, no, there's summer and summer here and summer there and spring there.
Yeah.
So never stick to that at all.
Yeah. But yeah, I was pretty happy with it, and generally in Nintendo's favor in these, there's usually something for everyone of all types, and there definitely was.
Yeah, I felt the same way. This thing, this is my favorite direct in a long time. It had a lot of stuff that I thought was really exciting. And even though it's not like new, it's new to me. Most of the stuff is new to me. So, you know, some things, you know, I wanted Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and
we didn't get that one yet.
No, and I'm done asking for it because I'm so happy to have Thousand Year Door that I'm like, oh yeah, I can play Wind Waker whenever I want. It's hooked up to my TV at all times. Give me something I haven't played that I really have wanted to play, which is Thousand Year Door.
Sure.
So I'm really excited, and if I don't get Wind Waker, that's fine. But I know it's coming eventually.
Yeah.
Kit and Krista say it's there, and it's going to come out when they're ready. So
I figured at this point.
Fine. Yep.
I think the Prince of Persia game looked really cool.
Oh man,
going in order.
Really looks good, man.
It's like full-on Metroidvania, I would think.
Yes.
Seems like it.
And graphically, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that for sure. That's January.
Yep. That one is getting a little later than I thought it was, but.
Oh, it's been January for a while. They released it.
I just kept thinking it was going to be a holiday. They're going to try getting out for the holiday, but.
It's smart to get out of this fucking year. Yeah, get out of here. The Mario and Donkey Kong series.
Do not care at all of that. I don't like that one actually at all.
Yeah. I think the art style is very much like new Super Mario Brothers. I like the puzzle aspect.
This one on the DS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I didn't know like what this is based off of, and I really didn't like that game.
Yeah. Oh, it was GBA, wasn't it?
Boring. Or it was after. It was a DS game, I think.
Okay. Well, there's been several, so probably
there have.
DS game too. Yeah. This is supposedly the remake-ish of the GBA one, so.
Okay. I guess I didn't play it.
I don't think it's like a real, like a one-to-one remake, but I think it's taking parts of that specific one from the GBA.
Oh, yeah. The Minis is the one.
Yeah, right.
That's the one, the one I didn't play, the GBA one. I played March of the Minis, and I was kind of bored by it. So, not...
it's very puzzly.
Not my bag at all. So that one wasn't like
budget. It's like $50. It might be digital only, but it's a $50 title. Yeah. If that matters for anybody. All right, what's next?
The Princess Peach one looks badass.
God damn. That looks so fucking good. It's like really surprising that they actually, it's not like the DS game where like she's crying through her fucking game. She's like different fucking roles in each chapter or whatever, a detective or a sword fighter, kung fu master, a fucking patisserie. It looks good, and my daughter's so excited.
Yeah.
Did you know it's digital only?
No.
Yeah, it's not. They're not. It's digital only. Yeah. And I wonder what that says about how they feel about it, which kind of sucks. But I've already pre-ordered it. I used one of my voucher coupons to pre-order it.
Nice.
But it looks like each section has different gameplay. No, yeah, it is. It's $60.
It's a $60 one.
Yeah, which is why I use the voucher, because if it's anything less than 60, it doesn't really cost effective wise. Yeah, makes sense. But it looks really good. Each section looks like it has different kind of gameplay, which is cool.
My only worry of being digital only is it's going to be small.
Yeah, it probably will be pretty short.
I think that's kind of when I think of when they put stuff on cartridge and stuff, or they digital only it, they're like, well, it's a little bit of a smaller scope game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, maybe they've shown us a lot of the different pieces, all the different things that Princess Peach can be in it, and there's not a whole lot more than that. Maybe there's a few they're not showing us, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know why they'd only do digitally only though for it.
Yeah, I mean they didn't say it in the direct, but that's what all the podcasts said afterwards. Okay. Digital only. So, oh well. What else stood out to you?
We're getting a new Saga game. That's incredible.
And that's like that's a brand new one. It's not like a remake of anything, right?
No, that's not a remake. That's a new one. That's been quite a while since a new one, and they are super weird games. And I was watching the trailer for it, being like, there were explanation of the like 6 different characters, and like these are just wild, crazy ideas for characters. Wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of the Saga series. They've always just been weird, but I appreciate them being weird. It's Square's franchise to just kind of push narrative boundaries, and what the games are going to be about. So it was neat that a new one got announced there. What else stood out? There was Unicorn Overlord. Holy
that
shit.
looks wild.
Vanillaware. Bring it
man,
on.
Yeah. Well, it's like
as soon as I saw the
RPG,
art,
right?
Yeah, it's strategy RPG. And as soon as I saw the art, though, I was like, "That's Vanillaware. That is 100% Vanillaware 2D animation."
I love it. It almost reminds me of I don't know why. It reminds me of, I think, Darkest Dungeon is what it was called.
Yeah.
Where you've got the screen, you have just a huge fucking sprites, taking up the screen, and doing their battle thing. God, it looks cool.
Yeah.
It's next year, right? Next year?
Yep, March 8th.
March 8th.
Which is real close to something out of Sony's thing, unfortunately. There's no way I'm playing Unicorn Overlord on the 8th.
What a cool name. Like, Square Enix, take a note.
Yeah, God. That's true.
That is a good name.
Not triangle strategy.
Yes. It's a bizarre fucking name that actually sticks, and it's like, I will not forget that name.
Yeah.
It's close to Peach Game, too, because Peach is later in the month.
It is. Then they had Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. I'm not a big Luigi's Mansion person.
Yeah, me neither. But they renamed this. This was Dark Moon. They renamed it Luigi's Mansion 2.
2. Let's just call it.
Just to make it easier. It's just easier for people not get confused. Yeah, I'm not sure I'll pick it up. I have 3 and I only played probably 5 hours. It's interesting, but it's not really my style.
Yeah. I already pre-ordered the Zelda amiibo. Didn't do gaming.
I pre-ordered both.
Yeah. I don't need both. I want the Zelda though. And I miss the Noah and Mio.
Those sold out so fucking fast.
God damn it! I want them so bad.
I can't.
And I'm sure I'll get a chance again. I'm just watching Wario64's Discord server. I'm sure we'll show up again. But yes, the Noah and Mio ones went away super fast. I'm just kind of surprised they're doing Noah and Mio overall.
Me too. Like, it's not a Smash thing. They're just like, we're gonna do some amiibo for Xenoblade. Okay.
Xenoblade, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, what does it do?
They did for 2 because they were in Smash, but yeah, this is interesting. Interesting.
You played
Hell yes.
F-Zero 99. I have not yet.
F-Zero 99. I'm gonna take a beat to talk about this. I don't think I played F-Zero in ever. So I decided to check it out. And you do a couple races against bots to kind of get your bearings, like learn the controls, so I can't really say like how it's different than F-Zero before, but like it's almost like a strategy game in terms of like managing your resources throughout the race. So you're basically, you can accelerate and then you have a boost. And when you use the boost, it lowers your energy. And there's like an energy gauge, and the energy gauge when it gets to 0, you blow up. So if you crash into cars, you crash into the wall, it lowers your energy gauge. If you boost, it lowers your energy gauge. When you cross the finish line or hit the lap line, there's a pit stop where you can roll into and drive through, and it fills back up your energy gauge as long as you're in there. And then you're basically managing that meter throughout the game and trying to race at the same time. And then there's like shortcuts and ways to go into the sky to go over people, spin moves to like spin people out. And it's just, there's so many so many small things happening at the same time that you're really trying to figure out which thing do I focus on right now. Like, I'm just learning how to like lean into my turns, using the left and right bumper buttons. And it's just, I'm surprised at how fucking fun it is. It is really fun. And then obviously just a very quick review of numbers go up. You have your level, you have different stuff. And they have a really smart thing too, where obviously it's 99 racers. So the higher you get up, finish first or second or whatever, you get more stuff basically. But they also have a thing where they choose 4 rivals, quote unquote, from the match. So just 4 people in that match. If you beat them, then you improve your skill level. So nice. I don't necessarily, I've beat all 4 of them coming in like 50th or 40th or whatever. So it's really cool that there's different levels of success that get you things. You don't have to become first place, which is nice. And it's just, I can't believe how fun it is. Like, I've played Mario 35. I played Tetris 99. I didn't even know there was a Pac-Man. I missed the Pac-Man one. But this one's my favorite. It's really fun. I played a bunch of it before the podcast tonight. I told my wife I was going to do research for the podcast, and she was like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "I'm going to play a game." So I went and played F-Zero 99 and just had a blast. It was just try it out. I don't know if you'd like it or not. You have to do a couple of bot runs before you get in there, but I think everyone should at least check it out. But I don't know if they're testing the waters for a real F-Zero, but just looking at the Reddit and stuff, people are having a blast.
Yeah, it showed up. I didn't play any F-Zeros beyond the first one, but I actually may still have the cart in my garage of the original F-Zero. And I played a crap out of the Super Nintendo F-Zero. It is hard as hell.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
But man, was the music good, and the music in F-Zero 99 is the music from the SNES, and I love it.
That's interesting because the music is fucking great. I was like, I've heard some of this in Smash, obviously, and I've heard one of them in Mario Kart, obviously. But man, the music is so good.
Mute City?
Mute City, yep. Mute City's in there. Big Blue's in there. Death Wind or something is another one.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm surprised. I was like, I'll check it out. Nah, it's fucking great.
Yeah, I need to try it. I just need to pull myself away from the computer and Baldur's Gate and try other things.
Yeah, definitely.
But
it's,
it's
a quick thing to hop in and out of, So.
Yeah, I assume races are pretty quick overall, though.
Oh, they are for sure.
Other stuff in here that was interesting. I mean, they showed updates of things. They're like, yep, you got more Super Mario RPG that's coming. You got new WarioWare, Move It.
Let's say
little trailers. Yep, Splatoon 3. Wargroove 2. Was not expecting that.
October 5th too. That's pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave the Diver on Switch.
Yeah, that's cool. Now that's a cozy game.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I think Switch is where I want to check it out.
Yeah. Got your Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, let me talk about that for a second because I told my daughter that the Mario Kart 8 was probably going to be in the Direct. And, having played Mario Kart with her, we all knew there are 2 character slots left. And we're like, who's it going to be? I'm like, I think it's going to be Diddy and Pauline. And my daughter was like, I hope it's Pauline. And then when the Direct thing goes, they showed Diddy. I was like, okay, there's Diddy. And they showed Funky. I was like, fuck. They put 2 Kongs in there. We're not going to get Pauline. My daughter's going to be so sad. And then they come out with 2 more characters, Pauline and Peach. I was like, holy shit, they fucking got us. There were not 2 characters. There are 4. Oh man, that's amazing. I was so happy to see Pauline and Peachette there. Although Peachette is only a character in Super Mario Brothers for Wii U ported to the Switch. With the extra, like if you play as Toadette and you get the crown, you turn into Peach.
That makes sense. Yep.
Toadette pigtails. Like that's the only thing she's in. So many people on podcasts were like, "Who the fuck is Peachette? Where's she from?" I was like, "Man, y'all didn't play this game." Ugh. So there's 4. That's very exciting.
Nice.
Very exciting. All right, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, there's that. In my other kind of like JRPG thing, Ayuden Chronicles, the 100 Heroes, which is I had to look up. I was like, oh, this reminds me of Suikoden, and it is the spiritual successor to Suikoden.
Oh, interesting.
It's the creator. It's created, directed, and produced by the creator of Suikoden series. It was a Kickstarter game, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's the 3rd highest grossing video game Kickstarter ever.
Wow. Okay.
Behind Shenmue 3 and Bloodstained.
Interesting. I wouldn't suspect those to be the top 3. That's
straight up for video games. Yep.
Yeah.
3rd highest funded video game on Kickstarter.
It comes out next April 23rd.
Yeah, so they're just interesting games from the fact that they have hundred characters, and you don't get them all at a playthrough.
Right.
So.
Right.
So yeah. Was there anything else that I didn't mention that was exciting to you?
No, we talked about Paper Mario, and I'm still very exciting to see that coming. I thought that Contra Operation Galuga, I didn't think it looked very good. It looked not great, and it's way forward. Contra. That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's Contra, but I think that the art doesn't look great. I was surprised.
Sure.
But no, everything else, I'm glad to see. For some reason, I'm glad to see this another code and trace memory.
Oh, that's true.
Coming, just because it's the same thing with a couple years ago. I can't remember the names of the weird Famicom detective games that Nintendo brought back, and it's just
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just nice to see Nintendo like reaching way back and being like, let's just put a lot of shit on Switch. And this is overall, this is like the swan song for Switch. This is the last direct we're ever going to have, I think, where we're not talking about stuff for Switch 2.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. Trying to think. Here's the thing. I expect that there's going to be another direct before the end of the year.
Before the end of this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think they'll. I don't think we're going to wait 4 months for another direct.
I was thinking January was going to be the next one.
That's 4 months.
I know. That's why I didn't.
And I think that's too long. Usually I'm not saying it's going to be a crazy big direct. It might be a feature direct. They're going to do
like
something.
An indie partners kind of thing.
Yeah, an indie one. They'll do something in the fall, December, and they will not mention a Switch 2 in it at all.
No, if there's
they want to sell Switches this year.
Yeah, they're not going to cannibalize their fucking holiday.
No.
That's why there's no Wind Waker here. They want to sell Tears of the Kingdom this holiday season. So
probably, which then I assume Wind Waker and all that will be. Actually, that wouldn't surprise me now that it's launch for like Switch 2, because they want to put a Zelda something there.
Yeah, and to be honest, if that's the case, and I agree with you, if it's Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and they're locked and loaded, is it going to be like an upgrade over the previous one? Like, is it gonna be, I don't know, 4K or fucking new textures or
sure,
or is it just
maybe? Who knows?
Because I feel like if you wait for Switch 2, it's got to have some bell and whistle more than just a straight port. But who knows? This Nintendo.
Exactly. And they might just want to have more breadth of launch software.
Yeah.
If the rumors are true and it's coming sooner rather than later next year.
I can't see it before fall next year.
That's kind of where I feel like other people are like, oh, it's coming sooner. I'm like, really?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's stuff in here that's like basically up through, I mean, except for Paper Mario, which they didn't give a date. Like, we basically have stuff up through summer, which makes me think, here's the end of the Switch. This is the stuff coming out for the Switch, and then Switch 2 is next fall.
Yeah.
But God, who the fuck knows? They could do it whenever. They could ride the Switch for like 2 more years, to be perfectly honest.
Probably.
I'd be fine with that. One last thing I forgot to mention is Trombone Champ. I just think that looks very weird and interesting. And then you can change the pitch of the trombone with just moving the fucking motion controls.
Yep. or using the IR camera and play it like a theremin.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
If you don't want to move the Joy-Con up and down, you can just hold it and move your hand closer and further.
And move your hand, yeah, totally. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for a trombone, to be honest.
Which is ridiculous. God.
Oh my God.
I might pick
it up
just for and it's just dumb.
Nonsense. Yeah. So funny. Do you want to pivot to Sony, who did
Sony,
their thing later that day?
Yeah. And I wouldn't say it had some big things in it overall, but not as much that I cared about. We watched before starting the Baby Steps trailer. They launched the whole thing with Baby Steps, which is hilarious to me that they're like, yeah, we're putting this game out front, but it was a really funny trailer.
Oh my God, it was really engaging. Like, this guy's just like
sold the game completely.
It did.
Like, yep.
I want to play that game. Yep.
This is gonna be
absolutely
difficult, but stupid and funny.
I just laughed the whole trailer. Like, that's great.
It was a great way to start. It kind of set the tone, and then they shift to Roblox. I'm like, why the heck? Great, Roblox. Not for
PS4,
me.
PS4, not PS5.
I understand. Yeah, Roblox. Like, it's huge. Yeah. It's enormous. Most kids of my son's age play it and know of it, so it's not to be swept under a rug or anything. Like, it's a big deal, but not for me.
It's weird that it's coming to, I mean, it's still a lot of PS4s on the market being used right now, but
it
seems a little late to come to PS4. I would have swore to God it was already on PS4, to be honest.
I would thought so too, but Then they went through a bunch of PSVR 2 stuff. Don't care.
It's so dead. PSVR 2. Are you kidding me? These 2 games. Yeah. That's it. Phew.
And we got DLC for Resident Evil 4, which might be cool. I don't know. The Resident Evil 4 stuff I know was incredibly well received. The remake. So I think people really are excited for this.
Yep.
Don't give a damn about Avatar. Even though this is on your Fantasy Critic thing, I don't give a damn about this game.
I was desperate for games.
I hope that it's good. I mean, but I have a feeling it's gonna just be a middling open world game.
It's our Avatar Far Cry. Like I can see, it's not gonna damage me a ton. Like I can see it being like 77 to 80.
That's what I think. It's probably gonna be somewhere between 70s and 80s. I don't think it's gonna broach more than that.
Yeah, no.
Ghost Runner 2 does actually look cool. If I want to play it.
Holy shit, it looks great.
Yeah, it has style.
And the demo's out, you know.
Yeah, I was actually pretty excited for this. Helldivers 2 though. I will totally play Helldivers 2. It looked the I like Arrowhead's co-op style. So
yeah, and it's a good idea for them to move it out of this year, to be honest.
Yeah. But it's delayed. We got some Spider-Man 2 stuff. Are
you excited for that? Are you playing that?
No. Not right now, I should say. I have too many other things I'll be wanting to mess around with. It looks good though. I'll say that.
It does look really good. All 19 inches of Venom or whatever.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, I was not expecting a Tale of Arise DLC. When did that game originally even come out?
A year ago? I couldn't tell you.
It's a while ago. Like it's straight. I'm like, wow, out of nowhere. Honkai Star Rail PS5. I will probably play that. Although I played on PC, but if it's like Genshin, there's gonna be some tie-in stuff if you play it on PS5.
Oh, to like PlayStation stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so because Genshin gave you Aloy as a character in Genshin.
Right.
I imagine there's gonna be something similar. So to get your gacha collection on, I will probably play that. Foam Stars looks dumb. It's
the
just
people who played it think it's good. Yeah, I'm surprised.
It doesn't surprise me. I'm like, it's a Splatoon clone. Like we're at the point of another company being like, we'll just make our own version of Splatoon.
I can't believe it took this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
It took till Splatoon 3 for someone to be like, let's copy that.
Yeah, that's true. It took a long time. But then we got the thing that ended, I think everyone was super excited about, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like full trailer, release date, February 29th, Leap Day, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, so awesome. Like, let's take advantage of that day.
Yeah, and this game looks huge. For a person who knowing the Final Fantasy VII story, I didn't know what the hell they were going to do for Rebirth, like going from remake to Rebirth and what the next part of this game entails. And now it's watching the trailer, and it's got all the shit that I remember in there that I wouldn't even expect to put in there. And it seems like it's going to be much more open world. You got buggies, you got chocobos to ride around on and climb cliffs and fly with. You have the golden saucer that looks like it has all the mini games that they had originally back. They said that there was some statements made afterwards that I think this game will provide 100 or more hours if you explore everything.
Oh my god!
It's twice the size of remake.
Was the last one? Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's big. It's gonna be real big.
Fucking gorgeous, man.
It does.
You gonna ride a Segway? What the fuck?
I know, and it tracks your distance while you're doing the set. I don't know. I saw that in the corner. Did you catch? First off, do you know who Vincent Valentine is?
I don't, but people are thirsty for this guy, I guess.
Yeah, you only see him kind of in the back. It's quick. He's the guy that jumps out of the coffin. He's a vampire, red cloaked vampire. And he speaks like one line in this trailer. 100% Matt Mercer.
Oh shit! Oh,
Matt Mercer got his dream. And it's kind of been, he hasn't confirmed it and Square hasn't confirmed it, but there's been reliable leaks that have been like, yeah, that's Matt Mercer.
Well, it's the same thing with the Ganondorf. Like, no one confirmed it. Like, if that's not Matt Mercer, I will fucking kill myself.
There have been industry people saying like they can't say anything yet, but it is him for sure. Like, I can guarantee you that it is him.
I wonder why they can't say it. Like, what stops them?
They're not saying any of the voice actors are right now. I think they just are holding.
What is this Rock'em Sock'em robot mini game thing?
I don't even remember, but that is a thing that exists. I think the thing with me with all the mini games in the Golden Saucer from the original 7 is they're all annoying as hell.
Oh, excellent! That sounds great.
But I'm curious what they do with them now, because definitely some of them that you see there are much more updated and improved, like the motorcycle combat, which they put in 7 Remake. There's the motorcycles, and now they much improved that. So that mini game probably will be much improved. But there was like snowboarding as well. That wasn't too bad. There's Chocobo Racing, where you had a bet on Chocobos.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous stuff there. The one thing I wanted to say with Mercer getting to be Vincent is years ago, he answered a tweet asking like, all right, voice actors, your one dream role, what would it be? And his tweet was, well, Sephiroth is already off the board, so I can't do that, but I would love to voice a red-caped vampire if I could. So this is like a dream role for him.
That's very cool.
I
just listened to the trailer. I was like, yeah, that's definitely him.
That's Mercer, isn't it? You're like, yep. People online are like, that's not Mercer. I'm like, that is Mercer. How do you not see her?
Yeah.
But the game just looks huge, and I'm real excited for even some of the changes that I've seen, even in the trailer. There's already some story changes that I can tell, but they're also going super into the weird of it. You get Kate Sith, the cat person, who rides a giant automaton furry thing. I don't even know. It was just an impressive trailer. I was like, okay, and the fact that it comes out in 5 months at this point. And they've really
it was
3 trailers for this game over the past 2 years.
They've only shown 2?
3. There's been 3. The teaser, the very short teaser, and then over the summer they showed 1 trailer. At the beginning of summer with the Summer Games, they've shown like a short trailer, and this is the longest that they've shown.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't think they wanted to cannibalize Final Fantasy 16. They were holding until that came out, and then they can ramp the marketing for Rebirth up.
Yep. Well, in both of these presentations, the Direct and the State of Play, we did not see Silksong.
Nope.
We're in September.
Yep.
Is there any chance that game's coming out this year?
Nope. Well, there's always a chance. I wouldn't.
Yeah, sure.
It could be shadow dropped by the end of the year, but I don't think it would get shadow dropped. I feel like there'd be a marketing push behind it.
Yeah, it seems unlikely.
Yeah.
And that's like my second draft pick was fucking.
Yeah.
Ugh. Silksong.
Hurts me. Well, it was supposed to be, right? It was in the Microsoft presentation.
1 year.
Within 1 year, we passed that within 1 year point, because that would have been.
Oh, absolutely. That was May, basically.
Yeah. And it's still silence on their part. So.
Yep. It's the final one from the draft, and I have to drop it and pick something else up before there's nothing left to pick up. So. Oh well. I've got Shadow. You've got a 0 for Plucky Squire, and I'm certainly going to have a 0 for Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree.
Oh, of course. They're not doing anything yet.
Nope. but I can't drop that at this point. So you picked up Sonic Superstars as your last one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Felt like it would do decently well. Not like huge. There's nothing that hasn't been picked up that's, I think, going to be huge by the end of the year. Who is guaranteed to come out this year.
Well, I just dropped Silksong and picked up one. So if it goes, I mean, it has to go through because you can't do anything at this point.
Which one?
The only thing that you could do is drop Spider-Man 2, which you're not going to do.
No, not at all.
So yeah, I'm dropping
Silksong. You're going to drop Silksong.
I'm dropping Silksong because if I was waiting to see it in one of these two directs and it didn't show up.
So like even if you look on stuff coming out, I'm like,
I picked up Ghost Runner 2.
I mean, that's a worthwhile pickup.
That's kind of like all that I see at this point.
I thought about it, but I mean, even the projected points on it and the projected points on Sonic Superstars are not too far off from each other. So it was like, I don't know.
Yep. No, they're pretty much the same. Yeah. Well, more people picked Sonic Superstars than Ghost Runner, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the stuff coming out, there's just not a lot left by the end of the year that hasn't been picked up that is a good chance of being good, I should say. Exactly. I mean, there's WarioWare Move It. I have no clue how that's going to review.
I mean, I hope it reviews well because I think my daughter's going to like that. I elected not to get one Everybody Went to Switch. I canceled that pre-order, which is good because it's already dropped from $30 to $20. So if I really wanted it, I can get it for less. Man, interesting year. And
you can only drop games from what we originally.
You can only drop from the draft, exactly.
From the draft ones.
Yeah, because I tried to drop Erdtree and it was like, nope. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. I'm curious if Space Marine 2 is actually going to make it or not.
Yeah. They
said still winter 2023, and no one said no on that, but I'm getting pretty worried about that one.
On several podcasts, I've heard people talking about it recently, so I wonder if that means they
previewed it. They did a big preview of it.
That was it. Maybe that's why. Yeah.
They definitely did like a big push over the summer for it and showed like a big trailer and gameplay, and so it's like it's coming along. Just again, we're mid-September.
Yeah.
Going into late September, and you don't have a release date, that makes me worried that it's actually going to be out this year.
Yeah. Well, we're going to the fucking slaughterhouse now. Like 2023 has been massive, and then we're hitting like just a bunch of heavy hitters from here on out. So.
Yep. Oh boy.
Get the fuck out of this year. I cannot believe how great this year is. It's really stunning to me.
Yeah. I would have midway through the bin like, Tears of the Kingdom is going to be game of the year across the board for most things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I don't think it is anymore. I do think Baldur's Gate is going to be it.
Yeah.
It's the game that's just not. I know I'm playing a lot, but just looking and like continuing to hear like the general zeitgeist going on, a lot of people are still playing it and consistently playing it and talking about it. And
we're going to be playing it till the end of the year, and it's going to be when people are still going to be playing it when people are voting for shit, you know?
Yeah. So, because I think on Steam stats, it's still been, it's the third most played game on Steam. It has not fallen out of that position. Just sitting there at like peak today of 430,000 people playing Baldur's Gate 3 on Steam.
That's still a fucking ton of people.
It's the only things that are consistently above it are CSGO and Dota 2. It's
like Immortals of Avium that launched and had like 800 people playing, you know?
Yeah. Pour one out for that team.
My God, they dropped half their people, you know?
Yep.
Because they just didn't sell. Like
sell.
I mean, from what I've heard anecdotally at least is like it takes a pretty decent rig to run that game anyways. So you're limiting your player base as it is.
Yeah, and then the people that did play it didn't have like glowing reviews of it. They're like, it's fine. It was very much it's fine. It's not offensive in any way. It will be entertaining, but it's not. Don't rush out to buy it. And whenever you have games coming out that are like, you should be playing this, it just gets lost. Man, yeah, it's a good year. What?
And then you get little things like F-Zero 99 is like not going to be anyone's game of the year, but it's still also a really damn good game.
Yep.
And then, by the way, I picked up, after listening to it on MinMax podcast, the making of Karateka or Karateka. Have you heard about that?
No.
Holy shit, you haven't heard of that? Okay, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You should go.
What is it called?
The making of Karateka, Carateka. It's a Jordan Mechner game from the Atari? No, Apple II.
Oh, sorry. I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's Karateka or Karateka. I don't know exactly.
Okay, now I see how it's spelled. Karateka.
But it's digital. So I've heard everyone say Karateka, but apparently the game, like the thing itself, says Karateka. I don't know.
Okay,
but it's Jordan Mechner's game.
Yeah,
and it's Digital Eclipse, and it's basically going through. Has a ton of his notes and letters, and he journaled every day, or still probably does.
Yeah.
But a bunch of the beta, the prototypes, like you can play through all of them, and it's like gamifies this basically living documentary of the making of this game.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's really, it sounds fucking like right up your alley, and it's super cheap. It's like $15.
Yeah, I didn't see Jordan Mechner speak on this. I saw him speak at a GDC. They had basic class. They call them classic postmortems, and I went to his on Prince of Persia.
Okay. Because he did Sands of Time, right?
No, he did the original Prince of Persia. And
well, I mean, yes, you're right. Did he do it all the way up through Sands of Time, or only the first one?
I don't know how far the first one was in the mid 80s, so I think he had departed from there. Yeah, he did. No, he did Sands of Time. He went back and did Sands of Time. He had just done other stuff.
Interesting.
But Karateka was his first game. And then Prince of Persia was his second in '89, and then he did Prince of Persia 2.
And you now own it.
Yeah.
I owe you money anyways. You just have had it sent to you.
Through where?
Steam.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah, well, I just sent it to you on Steam, so yeah.
Are you gonna?
Because Zelda wasn't playable.
Oh, okay. There it came. I received a gift. This sounds amazing, though.
Yeah, it sounds right up your alley, man.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I hadn't heard this at all.
Oh man, it's been like all over the MinMax podcast, and a little bit elsewhere, but yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out.
I wonder if they're gonna do more of this then.
Somebody tweeted at Digital Eclipse and was like, I would love to see, this treatment done to, this game, that game, a bunch of other games. And they were like, we would love that too. That's job security. We want to do it too. Because the Atari 50 apparently was like this, but, for a bunch of games, and it was like less intense. And then this is like one game, very intense.
Yeah.
It sounded amazing from a historical perspective.
Yeah, no, it totally does. That's Atari 50. Yep.
Digital Eclipse fucking rocks.
Yeah. Very curious if they'll do other stuff, even if it's Jordan Mechner being like, all right, we worked with you here. We'll do an original Prince of Persia if possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who owns that, though, at this.
Ubisoft, right?
Ubisoft owns that. Did Ubisoft own Teika as well?
I don't think so.
He did it with Broaderbound back in the day. And I just don't know if Ubisoft bought Broaderbound, and that's how they got Prince of Persia and all this junk. So
yeah, sure.
Oh, that's crazy. Thank you. I will give that a look.
You can thank Nintendo for being fucking dicks, not letting us play Zelda.
Not right now. Maybe that's what you'll get. They'll do a Wind Waker HD special where you get to play.
Play as Tetra.
Yeah, they won't. But we can dream.
No, they will definitely not let us do that. No, I would love it. But no. Cool. Well, enjoy. And everyone, this was episode 399. Believe it or fucking not, next week is episode 400. Holy shit.
Hell.
400 episodes. What have we done with our lives? That's very exciting. I'm so excited, man.
Hopefully we've made good content for people to enjoy and are making their lives a little bit better. Or they're raging at us. That's possible.
From the back end of Libsyn, we've made tens of thousands of people happy over the years. So
that's good.
Very exciting. We're very excited. Very excited. I'm happy to do this, and I'm happy to do it for as long as you will do it. So very, very good stuff. We'll probably continue to do this podcast for as long as we play Baldur's Gate 3, which will be for the rest of our fucking lives.
So. Oh, just
really
wait till
going
I get
nowhere.
To mods. Holy shit. I want to play this game. I don't want to break it yet because new patches will break the mods. So I don't want to mod it yet, but God, I want to mod this game so bad.
Oh yeah. Once you
people have made so much content for like, I don't want them to change the content in the game, but they've made all the D&D classes and races as mods.
That's really cool. That's really
with all the subclasses, and I'm like, I want to play an artificer. I want to play a Twilight Cleric. I want to play as an Aasimar. I want to play as these just crazy different races. I want to play as a bird person. God damn it.
Tabaxi. Give me a Tabaxi.
Totally. You can mod that in right now. You can play as a Tabaxi.
That's awesome. Speaking of that, my daughter and I, I helped my daughter make her mini on Hero Forge. And it's a Tabaxi. You know, it's a cat person. Anthro feline or whatever, but it's Tabaxi.
Did you figure out how to actually just...
Yeah, I figured out I'm a moron. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
I clicked on the photo booth thing, which is you have to have a subscription to do that. Otherwise, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just buy individual miniatures as you want them.
Exactly. Yep. Oh, it's fucking expensive for like a 1-inch little thing. Like it's wow. It's a good.
I mean,
good deal
for a color one's $45.
Yeah.
For a print.
One you can print your own. It's like $20, or paint your own. It's like $20. Yeah.
Yeah, $20 for the just gray plastic if you want to paint it yourself.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but it's also, if you want to do that yourself, you either need to know someone who has a good 3D printer, or you have your own 3D printer and know how to use it.
Exactly.
Which is also not cheap. I will say that.
No,
I've looked at 3D printers, and my wife has said, "Yeah, do you need another hobby?" And I'm like, "You're right. I don't."
No, I don't. I do not need another hobby.
I do not need that. I do not need to print more miniatures that I'll never paint.
I'm just recently into D&D, and I know the feeling. I've got probably 25 miniatures, and we painted probably 7 of them.
Yep.
But man, we had a fucking great D&D this weekend, man, with that new terrain.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
It was fun. I let her make her own story first and lead me through it, and then I made one for her and let her through it, and she had some creative solutions and, yes-anding throughout the whole thing, and it was fucking great, man.
Very cool.
Yeah, D&D rocks.
It does.
All right, man. And everyone else listening, episode 399, please rate us on your podcast service of choice, and we will be back next week.
Later, everyone.